It's Sam's back. So it's just hard to figure out which book that I want to read because 100 books on the shelf, and it's even harder if we go to the library. 1,000 books over there, and if you go to the bookshop, that even more, 100 and 1,000 books over there. How do we know which one is a standout that we know that we want to read? Do we look at by the color, or do we look at by the title, or just a few words in here? So how do we know which one is a standout? So today we're gonna talk about it, like how to be a standout. Just not about the book. How about something else? Like if we are a student, so how can we be a standout student? Or if we are employee, so how can we a standout employee? What should we do when the employer think about something, projects, the important projects, the important responsibility? They just think about us that they know this one is a standout, this one can take that job. Or if we are an employer, what should we do to be a standout? Like when people think about it, the service, the products, or the foods, whatever we do, they think about us right away. We can be a standout, that is a standout. Or if we join the meeting, we're doing something in community, town or city, a country, or the world. So how can we be a standout? Like we a standout in the crowd? Because it is really important that this lesson that we can learn, we can practice, so we can be a standout. Sometimes we not think about it, sometimes we just want it, but today we're gonna talk about it, how to be a standout. Because sometimes when we apply for something, when we submit some project, some requests, or some important document, we want them to see it right away. Because if the leader have a pile like this pile of document to sign, and how do we know that our paper is a standout when they see it? So that's why some of us like to do a resume, like really careful, puts the good word, how to attract the reader or the leader when they just open the page. Oh, wow, this is something. But that's what we're gonna talk about. So to be a standout, first, before anything else, that is a lesson. That is the thing that we can learn and practice and make it happen. It's not gonna happen that like naturally or just accidentally just happen. No, it is a lesson to practice, and it's a start from us individually. And it's not gonna happen overnight. It's a practice, it's a time, so any time to practice. Number one that I recommend to either student, employee, or employer, number one, be honest. You have to be honest. That is the first key to attract anything else. It might not show it right away, 1 day, 2 days, but be honest, it will show. Like you're honest what you're saying, you're honest what you're doing, so that is the standout. That's the first step. You have to be honest. Like you say that you can do this. Like you example, you can say, I can design this. When you said it, you put on your resume or you talk about it. So you have to be honest that you really know about it. Because if you're not honest, the leader of your team or people around you that work with you will start to know that this person is not honest. They don't know what they're doing. For example, if you say that you can drive, you drive, you're eligible to drive, you have a license, you can drive. So you have to be honest what you're saying. And not just about this simple thing, honest about almost everything you say it, about everything you do it. First of all, be honest. You have to be honest. So practice, if I know that sometimes me too, sometimes we have a level of our honesty, but make sure that try to be honest with almost everything. Be honest. When you think about it, hey, I want to be stand out on that. So you have to be honest. Keep practice on that. All right. And then number 2, you have to be people at the core of a problem solver. A people problem solver. So you know that the standout people is a problem solver. It's not a complainer. Okay? Either you're a student right now or either you're an employee somewhere, make sure you are a problem solver. If somebody complains, that's okay, because you have a mission to be a standout. So try not to complain. Try not to complain on the job, the boss, the leader, the team. No, if they complain, take your time. You have to remember this. You might work 8-hour shift. You might work 7 days a week or 5 days. You might work overtime, whatever the time it is. You have to know that we have an energy to do it. Usually here, here in this country, we know that people are not overloaded working. To me, it's just like, what is too much for you? It's just like you're a car that designed to run this much, and now you just work this much because of the situation and around it, and we start to complain with people. So complain people are not going to be a standout. They might stand out with something else, but in a good way, a good standout. I don't believe so, and then I will not agree with that. But you have to be a problem solver, which is you have to work hard. You have to be accountable, responsible for what you're doing. And then if your teamwork or your classmate, whatever, they complain about how hard it is, you have to think about that. Okay, you can do it. So you have to be a problem solver. If they have a problem, you think about how can you solve that problem, like that. If they complain about the job, you could be in that position and you think that how can I solve that problem? Think about it, And if you think it's really too hard, you can take a little break, a pause, and you can find some friend, a book, who encourage you to solve that problem, because somebody before you already done that. And then because I read so many great story, a lot of great people that I just as my mentor. Eventually I don't meet them in person yet, but I really respect them, like Bishop T.D. Jake over here, Joyce Mayer, Jim Collins, the author of The Good to Great, Mark Eric Methodist, he wrote an incredible book. Bill Winston, here's my number 1. I love Daly. One day maybe have to meet him. Phil Knight, the creator of the Nike. You know how hard it is to make a business? It's crazy. And his story is phenomenal. He's one of my inspire, that I got this one because of him. Oh yeah, this I met her in person. Yeah, the author. So Debra, Benton, all just incredible people, educated, and they just inspire me to do that. a problem solver, hard worker. They've done it before. They did it. I just follow them, and and then learn from them. All right. So number one, be honest. Number two, you have to be a problem solver. You take further than what the normal do, what the normal people do. You take further, harder, more. You may be little young, like student, you're young, you have enough time and energy. If you my age, you have time and energy, and you have knowledge. So do for it. People that make it, people that great, they work hard, they honest, and then they really solve a lot of problems. Because in order for you to stand out, you have to be a problem solver, not a problem maker. Problem maker just make more problem, make more complaining. But the problem solver, you dissolve the problem, you fix it, you make it happen. So that's what it takes to be a standout and to be a leader. The third, this is her third. Care about what you're doing. Take that responsibility. Take that responsibility. Like, whatever you do, remember, you will take that responsibility. Care about it. Do it. Try to do it well. Find a way how to do it better, quick, nice. What can you do it? Like, let me we like example. I like to give example because there is more than one way to do things. You remember, there's more than one way to do things. Let give the example like from your home to where we're close, shopping center, and all that. You have to know that there is more than one way to go to that. Like from your home to your work, it's not just a one way to get there. You have more than one way. So you can go it from this way, that way, or the other way. So there is more than one way to do things. So if they complain about it, sometimes it's just a method how they do it, or just the way they do it. So if you're in there, you have to put your thought in that kind of, how can I do it better, faster, or that, how can I do it better and faster? Think about it. Anything you do, eventually you write something, you lead, you talk in a meeting, you have to think that what is the better way? What are different ways should I do it today? All right, so when you do something, your normal day, your normal task, work, whatever it is, think about it. How can you do it different today? Because there is more than one way to get things done. Like there's more than one way to go somewhere to somewhere. So it is a different way. So when you figure it out, if you're a leader, you lead a meeting, you prepare something, you think about it. What is the different way you can do it today, and would maybe better, think it quicker. So and if you can do that, you'll be a problem solver. You can think about it. How can you do it different? All right, so that's good for today. I hope that you practice this. I guarantee you will be a standout. They will think about you. They will talk about you, and they will call your names out. Either you are a student, either you are a employee somewhere, you employer somewhere. Number one, be honest. Just try to be honest what you're doing, what you're saying. Don't try to be above whatever you can do. If you think you can do this, if you do this and this, make sure you know how to do it. You get it. Learn from it. From now, learn about it. How can you do it? And then you will have to be honest what you're saying. Great leader, they don't talk much. They do a lot. So your action will show more than your word. So try to do that. The second, number two, you have to be a problem solver. Think about it, not a complainer, a problem solver. If you try to complain, you're not going to be a standout because you're going to be one of the group that complainer. But if you are a problem solver, you solve the problem. Whatever happened, either in your organization, in your home, or in your community, wherever you at in your church, wherever you at in your city. If you can be that label, kind of, how can I help my city? You be a problem solver. If they have a problem, how can you help? What is the different way that you can do it better? How can you help them? How can you lead them? How can you talk to them to do a better thing? So you are a problem solver. Number 3, make sure whatever you do, take responsibility. That is you. You're accountable. Try to act like that. Like, I'm in it, I will take responsibility. If I do it, I take response. Which means that you grab something, that is the thing. Don't try to do 100 things, you know, here and there, here and this and that. So you have to know what exactly what you're doing. You know, if like what I mean is like kind of if you in training to be a doctor and now you try to a little bit of agriculture, a little bit of, you know, something else that is not in your area or your career, your education. So try to focus more what you're doing, you know, and then take that responsibility as like work as like, okay, working hard and take responsibility. And I guarantee you will be a standout student, standout employee, or standout employer. Your company will stand out for something. All right. Hey, it's good for today. I hope you like it. Feel free to continue to like and share this video a lot. It's good because you know, you or your friend will need this. And I try to do more, just make sure that we being positive, encouraging for all of us to be better people, better citizen, you know, for our country and our world. All right. I will hope to see you next time. Okay. Bye.